Thank you.
It is the third time you visit our country, isn't it?
This is the fifth time, I think.
Fifth?
Yes.
Oh, so Spain is very common for you now.
Well, every time I come here, it's always for a short time, so I always end up leaving upset because I didn't get to see as much as I would love to. But Madrid is really pretty, and Spain in general is amazing.
Is belief much different from what you have done before until now?
Believe is definitely a little different. It has some of the same sounds, but it's also a more mature album. I'm growing up as well as my fans, and I think it's time that I add something new. And so I think that with this album, I want to try to get more fans, older fans, guy fans, girl fans. I want to just have just grow as an artist.
Your voice, for example,
First of all, I just want to respectfully say, like now I'm like playing nice, like this video, the Hollywood Fix. I do have to say I appreciate. Don't be upset at them because I needed to see this, babe. Like I needed to see every detail of the situation. Like sometimes I feel like I hope you orchestrated this because I'm able to explain and see what's going wrong with paparazzi, every question, because I'm not that type of wife that gets in the industry to make it about me. I don't want it to be about me. I don't mind. I'd rather it be more about God because God is the most important person. I'd rather it be more about you because to me, you're the most important person. And, you worship me and I worship you. And so that's how it goes. Like, we were not designed to brag about ourselves all day long, but we do it anyway because if you don't love yourself or brag about yourself, who's going to do it for you, especially when they're not there to do it for you, right? So it's like I feel like I do understand what Justin is saying, and we're going to get into the video because I've seen this video and I'm watching it again. And I think he was using Hollywood Fix to explain to paparazzi what they need to do without actually getting in their face, right? So I feel like he hired specific guys to do this so that they can actually, because he's trying to communicate to paparazzi, like, guys, get your shot and be done with it. I don't want you guys to spend all day, but I don't want that to happen with Justin either, because he's like, we have to listen to the artist. If you don't listen to the artist, you're not gonna understand. We know you want to get your shot, right? And once you get it, it's like you don't need to keep getting it. That's what Justin is getting at. Like, if you got your shot, go. Like, what's the point of hanging around and keep taking more pictures, right? So in paparazzi's defense, sort of just universal defense, is sometimes paparazzi can pose as a wall between you and other people. Paparazzi, you're safer with them than other people because they're trained to, first of all, they're licensed photographers and they're hired to do a job. So they cannot harm you to protect their career and their job, right? And I think what they should do is to figure out each photographer needs to have a name tag. Not only that, because this is how you're going to keep this under control. When you know their names, hire some people to take down names, knowing every person that's around you. And maybe you guys do know that, but if you don't, I think that's a great idea. Hiring someone to be able to jot down every name, every person, and remembering them, because I don't think it's right for the artist to be the only one knowing all this, and I don't think that's always a necessary case. And I think just taking this seriously, I think his security guards have definitely done a job in taking this seriously based off of what I've seen. But when I'm not watching, like, because I've never seen Justin Bieber in real life bleeding. I've never seen him bleeding, hurting. He's hurting, he's passed out. I've seen that, but no one touched a hair on his head to harm him. And that's a great thing. That's the most important thing. I don't want I don't want my baby to walk around with a black eye. I don't want him walk around with a busted lip. I don't want him to be beat up. So security did a great job in protecting him in that form, in that sense. But in terms of putting him in this prostitution and all this kind of thing at a young age, it's not a bad thing if it was consensual as an adult, but at a young age, I think that's just absolutely out of line, because 13-year-olds shouldn't be doing that to begin with. And maybe in my head I was thinking, like, was it an investigation? What was Justin Bieber trying to make a deal with people, like make a deal to be this person, and then end up having to tell on P. Diddy after striking that deal? I'm just thinking. I mean, I doubt it. I hope that's not the case. And if it is the case, it's none of my business. Let him go. He's done. He's finished. He's dead, right? He did his dirt and we're done with it. And anybody else that did must get arrested. And that's what I feel. I'm not trying to overstep your boundaries. I'm not trying to do your job for you. I'm just simply trying to be the wife that I hope you dreamt of, and give you suggestions, because this is what I would say to my husband. Like, I would give him advice on what to do in case he didn't know what to do. I believe that's what a wife is for. Women have certain specific insights that men don't have. And not only that, we complement each other, and we both have gifts that the other doesn't have, so we can be able to learn from each other and intertwine with each other and collide with one another and vibe with each other. If we had all the skills that we both had, we wouldn't need each other. So there are things about you, things that you have that I need, and things that I have that you need, and that way we make deals. But it's not about a deal between me and you. It's not a deal. It's a connection. There's no deals here. It's a connection. Like, there's deals, but it's a connection. Like, it's a priority, meaning it's a job, which is what you know already. I learned that big word from you, or remembered it. But it's when you're married to someone, it's a job. It's not just a job, it's a connection as well. It's mainly a connection, but there is work that needs to be put into relationships. And it doesn't have to be that way all the time. Some relationships come easy. Some relationships are hard, but they shouldn't be too hard. It shouldn't always be a fight. It shouldn't always be an argument, because when love is in the midst of a relationship, there is always this feeling where it's like, let's make a deal with each other's hearts. Let's not fight, and let's just live in this moment for love. Let's be in love. And it's not a deal, like I said, it's just a compromise. Like, babe, right now I just want to be in love with you. I want to feel you. I don't want to fight with you. But then there comes times in a relationship where you do want to fight, where we do have to fight, where we do, and it's not like physically, but even if sometimes it is, but we have to have that self-control. That's why love has to be in the midst of us. It has to be so deep that if we were to strike each other's face with our palms or our hands or whatever, we know the limit, that the love is so strong that you can feel that I don't want to hurt my babe. Like, like when me and my ex-best friend got into a fight with each other, we were so drunk on Hollywood Boulevard that we got into a fight, but we loved each other enough not to hurt each other physically. So we fought and we were rolling, and it wasn't that kind of love. We were rolling, and this was Jamie. It was the girl that I had sex with. She got me drunk off of Patron, and I mean, she's the one that supplied it, so I drank it, and it was just the alcohol that did that. It wasn't me and my desire for a woman. It was the alcohol and her desire for me, and I feel like she used alcohol. Other spirits used alcohol. I don't feel like it was like she tricked me into it. I just feel like maybe she did. You never know. But not to get off topic, but I feel like in relationships, things like that, maybe sometimes that's what the universe told us. I want to see you guys fight with each other, how you guys are going to deal with each other in the middle of a fight or argument. you know, I mean, even the things that you say in your music, we fight, we argue, etc., etc. It doesn't mean we get violent with each other. Of course, it doesn't mean we hurt each other, because we have. Like, you're all I have. I don't want to lose you. I mean, of course, I have my brothers and sisters, but there's no bond, no connection better than your twin's connection, than your husband, your true love. You know, there's no better connection than that, aside from your connection to God. You know, but even with that, it's just like, this is your person, this is your other half. So yeah, let's carry on.
It's deeper.
Mhm.
Do you agree with it?
I mean, yeah, it's definitely deeper.
Some time ago, you had a few problems with your voice. How do you take care of it?
I never really had problems with my voice. When I was going through my voice change, you know, I was on tour, so I was performing every night, and you know, it was definitely a stress on my vocal cords. But I had a great vocal coach who helped me through it, and you know, to keep my voice 100%.
In what does Justin Bieber believe?
I believe in, you know, myself. I believe in my dreams. I believe that, you know, in God. I think that, you know, the title Believe is so inspiring, and I think a lot of people are going to be able to just, you know, say, what do I believe in? And, you know, it gives them, you know, hope and inspiration, and I think that that's really special.
Some singers, like your musical sponsor Acer, have turned R&B to more techno dance. Has this fact influenced your music?
I don't think, no. I mean, you can't make R&B techno. I just think they're doing more dance music, which isn't R&B. They're taking it away from the R&B. But with me, you know, I like dance music. I like you know, I like R&B, but I usually, you know, you have to separate them. So, you know, I have my dance songs, and then I have my, you know, slow R&B songs.
So you have your own way, your own style of music.
The way I do things, it's like I try to, like, you know, do what's, you know, what people like, but, you know, just do it better, you know? And so basically, you know, I try to find the right writers and the right producers to, you know, help me, you know, if I like a sound or if I like, you know, a song, you know, I'll be like, I like this, but I want to make it different and better, and add something new to it. So that's what I do.
Is Justin Timberlake an example for you?
Yes. Well, Justin Timberlake is definitely someone who, you know, was in the game for a long time, and I'm sure if he came out with an album, he would, you know, do amazing. So he's someone who I look up to.
And I just wanted to say something. Like, I was, before I started obsessing and loving Justin Bieber, Justin Timberlake was my biggest crush, like one of my biggest crushes when I was younger, before Justin Bieber. I think it was before, I don't know if it was before Justin was born, but I think Justin was already born. I was like around, not 9 years old, like 11, 12, yeah, around 11 years old, when I was obsessing over Justin Timberlake. And I just thought that NSYNC was my favorite boy group band. I used to always listen to Backstreet Boys, and my favorite was Nick Carter from Backstreet Boys. My favorite was Justin Timberlake from NSYNC. Justin Timberlake, I was like hoping one day I would marry him. You know, these are guys that I thought, you know, loved black girls, black women, and it was interesting. But, you know, I feel like Justin Bieber is the one that really hit it right on the head for me, because he just made it so loud and clear that his interest was black women, and it wasn't just some facade and some play and some fake. Like, it's not any black woman, it's a specific one. Like, he is, like, I can tell that he's just not after any black woman. Like, you know what I mean? Because not everybody has that character. And correct me if I'm wrong, babe. Like, I just want to be clear. And there's so many parts of me where I feel like Justin has seen me somewhere before, just never said anything. And if he hasn't, then I hope one day people come out with all the paparazzi videos that they were taking of me in New York City, because I was in New York for a long time right on Times Square, and I had paparazzi and people taking pictures of me before anything, and they were and it was crazy. Like, I would dance and they would take pictures, but I would do a lot of random dance moves and random videos, and people would just like, whoa, 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 whoa. Like, people treated me like a star everywhere I went. And, at first it was comfortable, but it becomes a nightmare at some point. And I don't want that to happen when I'm with Justin. I want to be ready for fame, and I don't want to be scared of it. Like, it was scary at first for me when people were taking pictures of me randomly and I wasn't even a celebrity. And I started getting scared because people started obsessing over me, and people would be like, look, so that person is taking pictures of you. And I'm like, man, I don't know what to do with that kind of information. Like, I don't know why they taking pictures of me, but I would just be quiet. And everywhere I went, like, people would always stare at me, and I wouldn't pay attention to it, but people that were walking with me would say stuff like, wow, everybody looks at you everywhere you go. And I'm like, I don't know why they do that. I just ignore them. I told them, like, I just don't pay attention to it, because if you pay attention to it, then it starts getting to your head. But when you ignore it, you just keep going, like, and that's how I felt. And I never really wanted people to keep telling me that, because I never wanted to think about, oh, people are looking at me, because then it makes me walk funny. It makes me nervous, and I don't want to be nervous. I just want to walk, and I don't want to think about people watching me, making me center of the attention or anything, right? And so I just always been that girl that was able to grab a lot of male, like, tensions, guys like Justin, a lot of white guys, and like really cute, youthful ones. And I had a great experience and a great time with them, and they were not like racist, but they're always, found the right girl like me to feel safe. They always, felt safe around me and would tell me and share with me their stories, and but they were not ready because they were still young and just not as serious. And I feel like Justin is more structured and more serious. I want him to be serious, and I feel like there are times where we're talking, it seems like he's playing games, where I'm like, babe, like, I'm too exhausted for this. Like, I don't want to fuck around. I know that people fucked around with your life, and it wasn't my fault, I don't feel like it's okay for my life to be fucked with, because I've been fucked over too. I felt like the diamond in the dirt, not even a diamond. I felt like a piece of shit in the dirt for a very long time. And I don't want to feel that again. I don't want to be abandoned. I'm a real, like, female, like a real down to ride, down for you, down with you type of female. And I don't want nobody to take that knowledge, what they know about me, and use it against me. Be like, oh, okay, so you're a ride or die. I want to see you do this. I want to see, like, I don't want you guys to do that. Like, that's just using me. I need you guys to take my life seriously. I could never just throw my own child out there, or my own person. Like, I would never throw Justin out there to be like, let me see you do this, let me see you do that. I wouldn't. It's the universe that just does that, and then it puts you in a position of fame. I was out there. I threw myself, or the universe threw me out there. You just happened to be the twin that made it. And now I see, like, why I didn't make it. It wasn't safe for me, like, and it's not that I'm the most important person and you're not the most important person, because obviously you're the one with the bodyguards. Obviously you're the one with the mansion. Obviously you're the one with the power, while I was on the street homeless. You get what I mean? And luckily we live in America where it's safe. But I can hear what you're saying. It wasn't that safe where you were as well. Like, when you're like London, down in a cold place, like a pretty cold place, like, I get what you mean. So, I mean, it shouldn't be that way. As much money as Hollywood gets, it shouldn't be unsafe.
Usher as well, who's my mentor. He's someone who I look up to. And these are people that have paved the way for young artists like myself. So definitely give them, the credit they deserve.
All Around the World is your next launch. What do you expect from it?
I expect people to love all around the world. It's one of my favorite songs, so I think that people are gonna respond well to it all around the world.
Is fame hard to take?
Fame, you have to know how to handle it, and you have to handle it in the right way. You have to know who to allow in, and the people that you surround.
And I'm sorry, babe. I do want to say that I love the way you handled most of the situations, and even if there are times where you lost it, those are parts that I needed to see too. Like, I feel like Justin has been handling fame so well, and I feel like he's so strong. I feel like he's just my hero in so many ways.
Yourself is really important because, like, I have a great team surrounding me that keeps me humble, and that's what's important to me.
Ooh, jumping onto the carpool lane.
Wow, that's so amazing. Oh, he's so sweet. I feel like the Black community loves you so much.
There you go.
Oh, that's so. And I think Justin loves you guys, but he doesn't like what he did to him. I think that's the sweetest thing. I think Justin is so sweet. Like, I've never, like, wow, I'm in awe. And I feel like even despite after what he went through, he's still so kind to the Black community, and so many Black people look up to him. And I think you guys should protect him versus make it violating him and violating his privacy. And I mean, I'm so disappointed in Usher. And I'm like, a big part of me is so glad that he was given a chance, but I'm disappointed. And like, even with him, like, he was a boy. Like, I don't blame him for the things he said as a boy, because children are children, and until they're educated, they're undereducated, and they lack a lot of wisdom and knowledge. And from what I've heard, Justin Bieber in Canada, they didn't teach about racism and things like that, so he didn't know. And he said, and it's crazy how everybody just stood there and recorded everything like as if they were setting him up. And we're going to get into that video a little bit later, but let's carry on with this. Thank you, baby. Because I honestly do have a soft spot for the dark brown community. I do. Sadly, I do, if for people who don't want me to, and I've spent a lot of quality time with them when I was in the hood in Houston, and I've had them speak to me and, tell me, they were just hungry, and those things is things that I remember, but it doesn't mean I want to. There is a lot of evil ones that I just don't want to even see, where it's like I try to, wherever they are, I want to communicate to them like, hey, I want to build programs for you guys. I want to do this for you guys. And I can't do it alone. Me and Justin can't do this alone. And I believe I can convince my man to do it with me. Like, if it's in his heart to. It's no pressure, nothing. If he doesn't want to do it, he doesn't have to do it. But I think talking to him, because our future generations, when we have babies, they're going to come and they're going to want to make programs for them to be safe. They're going to be so filthy rich. And I want them to learn how to manage people in Justin's community, the white community that has been broken by the Black community, and then need education on what to say, how to communicate so they can be safe when talking to other Black people. especially when you have mixed kids. They get caught up in the middle battles, and that's how I felt for a very long time. Like I was caught up between two races where I'm like, why do I have to get with white people, black people, and start talking about what white people did? And it's okay, like I could talk about it, but when it sounds like, I feel like when they were talking to me, they were talking in fear. They're afraid. And so when there's some black people that I got in cars with that didn't kidnap me, didn't rape me. They took me to their house, took me home. I was safe. And that was in Houston for the most part. 2 black guys in Houston I was raped by. They didn't necessarily force me, but they gave me no choice. But they ripped my clothes off. And it was because I threw up. I went like this. No offense to anybody, right? I did this, but I meant Houston, Texas. I was doing something like this. Southwest Houston. That's SWHT. I wasn't trying to say this was folks down, but they said I was doing folks down and it was disrespect to the Crips. And then I was in a Crip neighborhood and I didn't know I was in a Crip neighborhood. I think this is all things that we need to educate people in the white and the black community about, especially the police officers, so they can know and feel safe to know what to do, because you're dealing with people that have in the black community that have been, these gangs are what made them feel at home. These gangs are what took them in. These gangs are what gave them a community, a sense of belonging. And so they look up, and that's why they became gangbangers, because they did, a lot of them, their fathers and parents were deadbeats. Like in the white community, many people had their father and mothers around. They had their parents, and that's why they're stable-minded, and the white community is safe and all this. But in the black community, there's so many abandoned children, especially in America. Well, of course, in Africa, but let's focus on America first. Especially in America, there's a lot of abandoned, deadbeat fathers. And once your father leaves, they start carrying on this pattern of abandoning their children because they were abandoned. And it's like, where do we draw the line? You know what I mean? Sticking together and raising your children together and not abandoning them. There's nothing wrong with sending them to a nanny because, whatever, but at least you're spending time with them on the weekend. You're explaining to them what kind of lifestyle you're living and who you are, and you're taking the time out to at least be with them when you can, right? Not just being there and just throwing them away, but also being there as much as you can. Not being too busy, but also taking the time out to spend with your children, to do ABCs, to bond with them. I think that's important, building a bond with your children, because then they're not going to leave you because you never left them, right? But that's time that we have to save money to make up for, so we don't have to work, and we can just use that valuable time to spend with our beautiful baby. The baby would sat at home and made love and created this beautiful creation, and we want to raise that baby with us. And and when we need time alone, we of course hire an on-site nanny to take care of that baby while we spend quality time alone. We'll continue to talk more about that. I have a real deep passion to build a better community for the brown community, and as well as Justin Bieber, the white community, and Justin Bieber's form, or the ones that are like Justin's. I want them to, I care so much about them too, and I've spent a lot more time with them than I have spent with the black community. I mean, it's just been more of a sexual relationship between me and them, but that's because they were boys, like a little younger than me, but legal. And, I was looking for a spouse, they were looking for a spouse, but a lot of them are young and they don't know how to commit to a woman. They were like around Justin Bieber's age, and even they try, like they would have like just a few pennies and a few coins, and they'll be like, I want to buy you a Taco Bell. And in the Black community, they just want to have sex with you, and they don't really know like the value of a woman. But in the white community, they understand the value of the beautiful woman that you are. And I look at them and I'm like, wow, thank you so much for the taco. And it's like, I love you, you're so sweet. Like in the Black community, it's always like, if I buy you this, you're going to have sex with me. You're going to suck my dick. You're going to do this. It shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't be that way. You shouldn't be, because you get, the reason why I was ready to open my legs for a white guy was because he didn't do things for me expecting something in return. He just did it because it was in his heart, because he loved me, because he really wanted to spend that quality time with me. So having that is important. And I think if the Black community had it, they would give it. But they didn't have it because it wasn't given to them, so they don't give it, or they don't give it enough. It's always a tit for tat thing. So I think educating them is what's going to make America great, and is what's going to make America safe. You are the king. No matter what anybody says, no matter what anybody has built, you are the ruler. You are, aside from God, Jehovah, of course, but he crowns you as he's going to be born and going to get to be raised in this world and be a kid and then grow to be king, to take back the throne, but not from you, but to share it with you, with his wife, of course, right? And whoever she is or becomes. And so with that, because it's too much of a job to want to be the only king. Do you get what I mean? You're going to need help, you know. I need help. I can't be the only queen. Like, this too much. I mean, to you I am, but I'm saying there's sets of kings and queens. Like, let's say A$AP Rocky and Rihanna, king and queen in their own dimension. Beyonce and Jay-Z, king and queen in their own dimension. If they're still alive, if they're, I don't know. You know what I mean? But not meaning you and I need to have, I don't mean you need to have 2 wives and I 2 husbands. No, I mean literally, you know, just giving people their own throne somewhere else to run a country, or run, you know, if you're gonna rule the world, it's almost like having a vice president. There's a president and a vice president. That's the same thing. A king and a vice king, a vice lord, a vice, things like that. All right, babe.
Whoa. You're driving pretty crazy, bro. I think you should slow down a little, don't you think? I think you should stop driving crazy, Justin. Really, man. I'm serious. You're driving pretty crazy. I have it all on video, man.
How was Justin driving crazy here? I want to see this again. He's driving a pretty fast car. And Justin drives pretty fast because you guys are chasing him, right? Or he's, you know, stunting. I don't see him driving crazy. That's not him driving. How is that driving crazy? I think you guys should really pay attention, because you make him drive crazy. Mentally, he wants to run from you guys. He doesn't want to necessarily have paparazzi all in his face all the time. Even if paparazzi exists for a reason, because they're not the real enemy. The real enemy are the fans that hate Justin because of who he is, of jealousy. But some of those enemies could be his paparazzi. You never know.
You're driving pretty crazy, bro. I think you should slow down a little, don't you think?
I think you should probably stop.
I think you should stop driving crazy, Justin. Really, man. I'm serious.
And I think you guys should definitely stop talking to him like that. I think you should respect him. And he's right when he says he needs to be respected as an artist. You guys are not making it safe when you talk to him like he's a piece of shit. You're not making him feel comfortable. I mean, what if somebody spoke to you like that? If I was married to Justin and I spoke to him like that, I think he would be angry with me. I would try to be, I mean, to me, it's just like we know each other. We know we love each other, but I can't disrespect my man like that.
You're driving pretty crazy. I have it all on video, man.
So what's your point? You have it all on video, so what's your fucking point? What's the reason? What's the purpose for your job? Are you a friend or a foe? Are you the enemy or what? You sound like the enemy to me. What's your point? Why are you following him anyway? To interrogate, to harass him? Because at the end of the day, you're getting paid to have this footage. So you ought to be grateful. And I say this, I'm trying to say this with all the respect. Okay, I'm not trying to talk shit and make you feel bad about yourself, but sometimes people try to be smart, try to act like they're educating somebody when really they're trying to embarrass you. Don't try to do that, please. Don't do that to Justin, okay? Don't do that, because you wouldn't, if you put yourself in his position, you wouldn't want him to embarrass you. You would want him to respect you. Especially if you're not his parents.
Right? I think this guy should stop following. I like you. I don't like this guy. I don't like you.
You don't like me? We're holding up traffic right now.
Because even a lot of times, like, Spanish people in this country, and this is no offense to the Spanish community because they're not all bad, but they have this demeanor about them when they think that they're everybody's parent. Like, and the way they talk to you is like, why are you even in this country if you have an attitude? The one thing I do have to tell you is the white community, they know how to be quiet, calm, and respectful. And that's no disrespect or to say they're pussy or anything. No, they understand the importance of respect and being good and being that. And I give that up to them. I learn from them. I listen to them. And I think you guys should learn and listen to them as well. Like, when we come around you, we don't want you talking to them like that. You're lucky you're in this country, or else you go back to your fucking country and deal with the shit in your country then. Don't come over here and then talk to him like that, a white guy like that. Have some respect. They got soldiers that came in this country and fought and died for you guys to be here. And for you to talk like that, like you're the fucking boss of this shit, is a fucking disgrace, to be honest. And no disrespect, but it's the truth. Disrespect.
You got a great job as well.
How do your parents think about what you do?
My parents? I make them proud, bro.
Oh, you make them proud, dude?
I make them proud, yeah.
Yeah, you tell them, yeah, I started.
You make them proud to come to America to harass a white guy? What happened? Why don't you stay in your country then? If you come, you see how stupid that looks? This is their country. Even if Justin Bieber is a white boy from Canada, they chose him to be on top. They gave him that crown. They gave him that platform. He came to this country and he's in service. He's your boss. He gets you paid. So you have to respect him. You have to.
Stalk people for a living? I don't stalk people for a living, brother.
What is this then? What do you call this? It's stalking because you're not doing your job. The only thing you're doing is recording and making him feel uncomfortable. That's not what you were hired to do. If your manager told you to do that, he should be fucking fired. If that's what your bosses tell you to do, is get in front of these artists and talk shit to them just to get something out of them, they should be fucking fired.
Stalk you?
What else?
We need to move. Let's go.
Love this. You guys love this.
they're all trying to make him nervous. It's not nice. This is not nice to me. I don't think this is not a nice move.
Come on, dude. You're old enough to hold traffic.
He's not the only one holding up the fucking traffic. What about the guy that's been questioning him all day? And why don't you guys keep going, though? He's like right over here. That's not the only space. Drive around. What the fuck?
You're harassing him. Now get out of the road.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like they're harassing him. But at first he's like, hey, you talking to Justin and saying, hey, making him feel uncomfortable. Making him feel alone.
Back up.
And that's why he says, I'm so lonely.
No, not in the car. Don't film the car. No interior shots. You heard me? You got me. Look at Blanca.
Yeah, I know.
Yo, what up, man?
And I feel like Haley, well, we all know that it was a good thing that Haley did the things that she did, because it pulls me, his real person, pulls me closer. But Haley, if somebody ever, for future Haleys or future people in the future, when a man hires you to be his person, he's to be his wife, his person, his handler. Well, I guess I think maybe Haley was doing everything that Justin asked her to do. I don't know. But one thing I do want to say is, if you get hired to be somebody's wife, your job is to protect him. You do what they ask you to do, yes, but your job is also to protect, to defend. I think if I would have been in there, Justin would have had a hard time getting me, would have been probably telling me to be quiet. But I'm in this position, so I'm not so easily silenced, so my voice would be heard. Because if I was in the industry, they would have silenced me before my voice would be heard. So it's not like God is trying to set you up and have you leave you alone. But you see how even, Justin can't really say too much, because of contracts, because of this, because of deals, because of that. Because I'm not stuck in that, I can say everything I need to say. And then once I get in it, everything is already said.
Can we take a picture, please?
Here we go.
Come on, 12 frames a second. Come on. Faster.
Hey, Justin.
What up, Justin?
Hey, Justin!
Yes, got it.
Jamba juice.
Zuby, motherfucker.
Let's see. I love how paparazzi is distant here. Guys, this is, remember when I was saying I wish we had a remote on here? OMG, my remote. Apple, it would be nice to have a remote with the iPad. But, yeah, this is, this right here is a good space, a good distance. See, nobody's too close. Everybody's on the side. I think that's a pretty respectful distance. What do you think, babe?
Yo.
Right here. There's one right here. With the front picture.
What's up, Justin?
Wow, Justin is not playing. He's like, this is your last day. Like, you have to be ready, guys. I'm sorry that, you were a little slow, but what were you doing that? And I don't want to be mean, but do you understand the position you're in when you're a security guard? When you're this close, you need to pay attention. You know what I mean? Like, be ready. Like, make sure that you're not going home to party with friends. Make sure that you're not drinking on the job. Make sure that, because these are all things that are going to distract you and slow you down. And sometimes Justin might be like, oh, you guys can have a drink, and it's good to have a drink, but make sure that it's not going to be on the day that you have to work. you know, and make sure that you don't drink all night and get caught up in the party. Don't hang around people that are going to tell you, hey, don't worry about it. This and no, this is more important. This job is more important than alcohol. This man, anything could happen. Anything could happen. And when you guys don't pay attention, like right there in that moment, he wants to get in the car. He wants to hurry up and get inside, you know, but you're still digging in your pocket. You know, like, what happened? Like, you fell asleep or no offense or what? Like, you know, I would be really mad. Like, you guys gotta let me talk. Let me be mad. Like,
Zuby, Malaka. Yo, 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 yo.
Right here. There's one right here. There's one picture. Jamba Juice.
Zuby, Malaka. Yo, 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 yo.
Right here. There's one right here. There's one picture.
he was digging in his pocket while he had things in his bag. What the fuck was this bitch doing? Who is this bitch anyway? Empty-handed. Who the fuck is she anyway? Everybody get to work. Pick up the bags. Pick up the shoes. Don't leave this man hanging. What the fuck are you talking to Justin for? He's trying to get in the fucking car and you doing this. What? I hate when females do this. You see how full his hands are? Your job is to grab the shit, get the man in the car, get the fuck out of there. That's it. What the fuck are you talking about? What is this? So I'm wondering who the fuck this is, why she couldn't help, what is her job. Let's find out, because no hanging around him for nothing, trying to talk to him. What happened? Like, don't you guys have Apple Watches? You can talk on your Apple Watch. Hey, Justin, babe. Instead of getting in his face and all this bullshit, right? Have your keys in your car. He pays you a lot of money to hold the keys. He pays, you know what I mean? But now that there's Tesla, but even that, there should be a remote. Remote control cars. Just right there. There should be a button right there. Make it a lot faster to open the car.
What's up, Justin?
And then laughing. Guys, no laughing at each other. This is a team effort. Poor guy. I'm sorry that you messed up. Nobody's perfect, okay? I don't mean to be mean to you, okay? But nobody's perfect. But at the same time, what I'm saying is that, you know, we just need you to pay attention. That's all. And please, guys, you know, I know sometimes it laughs and things are, you know, a joke, but, you know, when they hire you to do a certain thing, sometimes you get mad. You know, that's why I tell my man, like, you know, I'm telling you guys all this. I'm not perfect, but you know me, I focus. I don't have time. Like, that's why it's good for me that I gave away my dog, because this is too much thinking about a puppy and all this bullshit. And it's too much. If I hire you to do something, I need you to dedicate your life to me. Ride or die, babe. Watch this. I need you guys to be serious. If we pay you all this fucking money, show us that you can do the job. Get the key out. That's it. His hands are full though. But then what's up with all these guys that are empty-handed? Who's the fucking star here? Not you guys? No offense. But I'm just saying, I'm not trying to be offensive.
What's up,
Thank you, Justin.
Full time today, you guys. Hey, here's Justin. Everybody just watch out, okay?
And then it's really sad how Justin even has to open the door for himself. Like, that's like you guys can't do it for him. You can't. That will help a lot. Like, when I get there, just open the fucking door. And what pisses me off is how Justin is, after going through all this all his life, he has to be the one to open the fucking door for fucking Haley. Like Haley's the one that's been performing all her life. I want that bitch to be fired. I want her to be fired.
Leave him alone. Y'all leave him alone. Y'all leave him alone.
That's what pisses me off. It's hard for me to be nice when I see this aggravates me. I need people like, you know, TikTok wants to be upset and say that I'm bullying. But it's not bullying, it's being honest. Don't waste my time. We pay you all this money and you do this. What the fuck? And you're going to need black people on your team. Strong black men that are not going to disrespect or violate you. I don't want you guys to try to suck this man's dick and do all this weird shit. Come on, have some respect. I'm not saying that's what he's doing, but I'll show you the videos. God damn, it's filthy. Great job, great job, great job, great job. Because I was gonna say, who's gonna hold his bags? Because I'll be damned if he's holding his own bags. Like me, don't grab my bags. You're not my friend if you're not in service. No hanging out for free.
Hey Justin, how you doing, bud? Big fam over here, bro.
Hey, Justin.
Great job.
Over here, man.
Today.
Great job, great job.
How you doing, brother?
What's up, Justin? How you doing today? Get some cool new shoes. Liking your hat, Justin.
I think there should be a little extra person to hold the bags. Maybe it'll be a lot. I just don't want Justin to hold any bags at all. What I'm saying here is that puts a lot of tension. The celebrity wants to be like free of holding bag. The same way you guys have Haley walking around bagless, he should be walking around bagless. You guys hold all the bags. Okay? I think this guy's pretty nice too. I think he's pretty polite from what I've seen, but only Justin can tell me more. All right, guys, so we're at 54:25. We're almost at 1 hour. We're going to stop here. Otherwise, we're going to get too far. All right, thank you so much, guys, for today. We're going to get into the next video and the continuation, part 2 of the next session. Have a blessed one.